So we need to be real careful here, and I actually had to unplug all the electronics out here in the garage. I don't want to cut this very deep. Okay, and this is your 4-piece radiator line for your 525 and your 450, so you can run a thermostat. The silicone hose kit that's going to go with the oversized radiators. And then the inline cooler will run there. And then our high performance fan would be like so. So yeah, that's pretty rad setup. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford these. You know, the radiators are done, they're boxed up. I had to buy 200 boxes, you know, from the manufacturer to get my level. Okay, it's official. I got the box from the manufacturer that I've been waiting on for months here. This is the silicone hose kits. I am going to go ahead, if you watched my oversized radiator, TorrentPerformance radiator sample video, I am going to go ahead and come out with, for you guys that, or gals, whatever, for the Outlaw 500 as well. The thermo switch is a different size on the oversized radiator, and the hoses are different. However, a few people have contacted me for the Outlaw 500. Are you going to get them for the 500? The 500 was only made 2 years, and the answer is yes. I am going to supply the correct radiator and the correct hoses for the Polaris Outlaw 500. This main thing here that this package has taken up to 3 months. I had to pay a mold fee from the hose manufacturer because they did not have the Outlaw 450 or 525 lines. This whole purpose of me coming out with my own parts was because of this four-wheeler over here to the side. I had to completely modify the radiator, and I had to make my own silicone hose kits out of one of the cheapo hoses off of eBay. So I went ahead and sent in the OEM hoses to the manufacturer, and I had to pay a mold fee, which anybody that manufactures anything knows that that's not cheap. These four-wheelers need to be run with a thermostat, not without a thermostat. So these hose kits for the Outlaw 450, 525 that I'm going to unpackage here are going to be for the thermostat system instead of bypassing the thermostat. The only reason you would bypass the thermostat is if you're just flat out racing. That's it. And you're running straight water in your radiator. You know, if you just ride woods and recreational stuff and maybe do a little off-roading and whatnot, you need to be running antifreeze and you need to be running a thermostat. That thermostat opens and closes for the engine to operate at its correct temperature. So I'm not a big fan of removing thermostats. That's just a personal preference. Who is really running just straight water in their ATVs that isn't racing, that's when you would do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this. There are a couple other kits in here. There's an LTZ 400, Polaris Outlaw 525, Polaris Outlaw 500. I think I went ahead and bought some Polaris Predator lines. And we'll go ahead and get these open. These kits are going to be 3-ply. However, this manufacturer, I have already used them, and they're who I'm going to use. They've already produced for me the Aprilia Falco lines, and I have a sets of Aprilia Tuono and Melee lines. Those will be released in the next project because I just bought a Falco. I think I've got a Melee from a guy not too far from here that I could probably get a hold of to mount those lines. And yeah, you know, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just come out with my own kits because of how difficult it is to get this stuff. So yeah, let's unbox this. So we need to be real careful here, and I actually had to unplug all the electronics out here in the garage. I don't want to cut this very deep because I don't know how close the lines are. And I actually decided all the lines being produced are going to be black. If they're motorcycle, they may have red or blue interior hoses, and then the logo will be white. yeah, these look pretty good so far here. I'm just looking at them. So there's our LTZ 400. There should be 5 of each of these, and then 10. There's the Polaris Predator lines. I don't know if you could see those. And then they actually had to remanufacture. There's the Outlaw 500 lines. So for those of you that don't know about manufacturing, this stuff when it comes overseas is extremely expensive. Right now, with everybody knows about all the ports and everything that are all backed up. There's my overflow lines. These are the overflow lines that they made in 3-ply for the Aprilia hoses that wouldn't work. Okay, so this line here, this is for the Outlaw 525 450. This is actually the crankcase breather line that goes to the carburetor. So I actually told them to put that in the bag with the other one, but that apparently did not happen. Oh my. Okay, and this is your 4-piece radiator line for your 525 and your 450, so you can run a thermostat. Oh, they actually did return the other lines. I'm surprised they did that. There's the OEM lines. Okay, so what I want to do is, this is the kit that's actually going to go on to my 4-wheeler, my personal one. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Okay, then we'll go ahead. This is the OEM crankcase breather line. So that should be okay. That's pretty much manufactured right how it should be. Here. Okay, we've got a little excess on this hose here, which that will probably be okay. That actually might work more of an advantage there. So these might have to be trimmed a little bit. But as long as they make the curve down below, because this will set on the gas tank. That should be fine because the thermostat will sit on there. And they actually made this one a little longer as well. Not by much. And that may be a manufacturing process that I'm not familiar with, that they might have to make it a little bit larger. This one's just a little bit larger as well, but they are the right diameter. And then our hoses here. And this one's right on the money. So overall here, this will all work just fine. So this is going to be the silicone hose kit that's going to go with the oversized radiators. And the one thing about it is I have to get the clamps. I have to find a source for the clamps now to see what's going to happen here. So I want to say these 3 are for the thermostat, and then I'm also going to have these inline coolers, and that it is the correct size for that hose. This should be the hose that comes back. Yeah, this is the hose that comes back, because these things have such a heat issue. These will be available as an additional purchase as well. So yeah, real happy with that. Okay, so I got the thermostat here, and it would have went like this onto the engine, like so. Oh, that may be why they manufactured it like that. Actually, it goes like this. And then this is our return line here. So if we go to the radiator, this would sit here. And then this line would come off here. Like so. And then the inline cooler will run there. And then our high performance fan would be like so. So yeah, that's pretty rad setup. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford these, but if not, there'll be an Amazon link below when we go through that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I've got to go ahead and find a clamp manufacturer, and then you know, the radiators are done. They're boxed up. I had to buy 200 boxes, you know, from the manufacturer to get my logo and everything put on it, but that's okay. It's worth the investment. Down the road we'll use the boxes. But yeah, so yeah, this is actually happening for me. It's pretty crazy. But I've had 2 people that I thought were my friends that were like, oh, you're risking getting sued and all this other stuff. And man, if you just sit around thinking, oh, I'm going to get sued, or I can't do this because I have a car payment, or I can't do this because I have a house payment, or I might lose my job, you know, you'll never do nothing. So I'm making this happen, and I really need your guys' support, especially for you ones that are repairing your ATVs here. I'm going to come out with a kit that's based for me, for Torrent Performance, and I'm going to sell it through TorrentPerformanceIndustries. And like I said, I'm not going to make a lot of profit on these. They are going to be pricey by the time you're done buying them, but you know, I wouldn't run them. I wouldn't sell them if I wouldn't run them. So, yep, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here.